could see folks running towards NRG to try to get shelter inside. They were putting the fencing down. So a lot going on with these storms. Of course, we're on top of it, tracking every single bit of it.
Yeah, impacting those fans at the college football playoffs at NRG. We want to go now to our Rochelle Turner, who was down there.
Yeah, hey guys. First off, I can tell you that it is chilly out here. Earlier today, it was hot. We had on these jackets. We were prepared, for this rain, but it is really cool. We're not seeing any rain, but the wind gust is starting to pick up. Here in about the last 15 minutes, they have asked all fans to either go to a building behind us or to the stadium, and that's why it looks completely different than what it is right here. You can see a few people walking around, but for the most part, that strong sail that kind of came over us here in the past 10 minutes. It knocked over some of these fences. You can see some of the workers trying to put up some of the signs and trying to take some of the stuff down, but it was just that powerful. And we could hear people saying, oh my gosh, this is really strong. Like, we didn't think this was going to happen. But for the most part, everybody seems really safe. They've headed into the stadium or into one of the shelter facilities, but the wind is starting to pick back up. I'm going to walk a little bit to kind of show you guys what we're seeing out here. So some of these fences were actually placed on their side, but you can see how strong some of the wind was. It just completely ripped off this sign right here, this vinyl. And then take a look up here, guys, at the 2024 National Championship signs. All those just completely flew forward when that strong storm or gust kind of came through. But it was a completely 360. It went from being hot to cold. The sky is dark. The sun was kind of out a little bit, but now it's gone. It was completely different. As far as this fan experience, it's now closed. So now fans will have to just go to the stadium until that game starts at 6:30. And that's what we spoke to a lot of fans out here today. Like, were you guys, concerned about this weather? Could it get ugly? What were you guys going to do? And they said they were just going to follow the instructions. If there was some type of tornado warning or watch that came over the stadium during the game, they were just going to be prepared. But overall, this is definitely, not the experience many fans wanted to come to here in Houston, but the weather, it just kind of came through, guys, and we're seeing it change as we're talking to you guys right now. But for the most part, things are a little calm. I can kind of tell that it's going to pick up some of the rain here in the next few minutes. I can feel a few drizzles, but nothing too heavy. That's something that we have not seen since we've been out here since about lunchtime. It did rain a little bit on our way down here, but we haven't seen a straight downpour or just rain just coming down like crazy. It's just been a drizzle on and off here and there, but for the most part, we are seeing some of the companies they're starting to take down and pick up. Let's go walk down here, James, a little bit to see what we see in this area. They had some performances, but they had to get them up on stage early because of this weather. But again, just many people just trying to be safe and taking down some of their equipment. Over here, we have more fences on its side and vinyls and signs and flags, just kind of all over the place. Most of the debris and trash that was on the ground, it was swept away. That's how strong the winds were when it came through. And so, but thankfully, we haven't seen anybody who was hurt or needed any help, so that's good. But for most part, it looks like they had to use some of these platforms right here at the end to make sure this tent stayed in place. And it's completely different. That's what's crazy to me, is that just about an hour ago, this area was full of fans, and I was telling you guys back there in the booth that, something's on top of us. There was some type of sail, some type of storm on top of us, and you could feel it. And as people were running to the stadium, the wind was picking up, the rain was starting to come down, but for the most part, it's still in that similar stage. We're just not seeing any heavy rain. So right now, it's really cold. My phone says about 70 degrees, but it feels like it's in the low 60s, and it's very windy, starting to get dark. We're not seeing a lot of rain out here right now, but for right now, we're going to toss it back to the studio, and we're going to go walk down a little bit more just to kind of see what the vibe is and how fans are kind of holding up with this weather. Yeah, and you and photojournalist James Perry certainly be safe out there, Rochelle, as the line of storms continue to push their way across our area. That
the winds that she was talking about, that's the gust front that Justin was mentioning, sort of that initial push as the line of storms get ready to move through our area.
And we could actually see it. We were looking outside of the windows here at KPRC. We could see the wind really picking up, and that's what they felt out there as well. Just some real images when you're talking about a college football championship experience. Tons of fans from out of the city, all over the country coming to visit Houston, and then you have something like this happen where they have to. We saw some of those folks actually running towards NRG. So a lot going on there, and just not what officials had in mind when they planned this game.
And you got to be better to be safe than sorry.
Yeah, and a lot of people too, when we're talking about the game, a lot of people are on their way there, right? So then you have traffic times right now, it's 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock. That's when you get the most traffic here in Houston. So you also have folks on their way there dealing with this sort of stuff and then inside of it. So you just want everybody to get there as fast as possible, get inside the stadium, enjoy the game, and forget about the weather for a little bit.